Hey everybody, here we are on the long-awaited episode 12 for our Hammarlund HQ-129X. And look what we've got back. We've got back the faceplate from Radio Days. Took about a month and a half to get back, and I think they've done a real nice job. I mean, it looks pristine. A few things I'm not thrilled about, but I really can't fault them for that. And let me explain what I mean. So when I sent them this faceplate, I asked them to mark these holes with the word tone. So this is where that tone mod goes in. So you'll see they put one over here, which is fine, so you can put a knob. They also put one here above the slide switch, and that one looks fine. And then I look at this one, and they've got the word tone right up to the hole. So the spacing is off. I'm not going to worry about it. It's still going to look good. But they've done a nice job recreating this thing. So if any of you ever have one of these Hammarlunds that you want to really restore, I would recommend it. Just be patient, because like I said, it took a really long time for them to get this back to me. I kind of had to hound them a little bit. On the website it said 7 to 10 days, which is obviously not right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this deal put back in. I'm going to put in the meter and this plate. I'm going to get all that put in first, and then we're going to work on the tone mod and get that put in, and then we'll be ready to put this thing up on the chassis and start mounting it. So let me get all this put in first. I am going to use the original meter cowl right here. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to use anything different. I've taken the opportunity while I've been waiting to get this brass ring aligned and bent in the correct places. So it should work just fine. And then here's our meter. So we're going to get that put in there. So let me work on that, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll be back. Okay, I have the bezel installed, and I have the meter in there. On this unit, if you recall, there's that black cowl that I showed you, and there's that piece of glass that goes in there, and typically what happens is that glass will swing around in there and you'll see the line. So what I did is I put a couple of drops of hot glue in there to hold the glass in place, and that's not going to go anywhere. So I've got this installed. We'll flip it over, and you'll see that I've got the original clips back on here, so they're holding really, really tight. And I've got the original mounting hardware, just like this, the brass ring, right? And I've got everything secured. I got those 3 screws. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one on this side. And that's going to be good. And again, I like this because it's open and the heat can escape from that bulb, because there is a bulb that goes in here. So so I'm happy with this, and so far I think it looks great. I managed not to scratch the faceplate by installing this. That's good. So next step here is going to be to install the tone mod. So let me get that going, and I'll be back. Okay, so we have our tone switch here. We have one here, and we have our potentiometer right up here. Couple things. I had to use different screws on these. I had to use black screws. I can always touch those up if I like. I may leave them. It kind of matches here. And let's flip it over and take a look at what we have. We have a 500K pot there, right there. And here's our wiring. So we're going from one leg of the pot to ground, and that's this purple wire. That's going right here to a ground lug that I've connected there. The middle connection, right here, goes to one leg of the switch on this side and one leg of the switch on this side, and then this one here connects to the 6v6 tube right here. Over here I have our first cap going to ground, and on this one I have our second cap going to ground. Different values. That's how you get 2 different tones. Okay, everything else is connected. We just have to connect it to the 6v6 when we mount the panel, and that mod is all done. And I won't have any problem getting this in. If you remember the last one that I took out, this was much longer. So I actually had to remove it in order to get the faceplate out. We should be just fine with this one. Let's take a peek. It's coming along nice. There's my meter. It's looking good. Let's see, what else can I show you? That's about it for today. I think we're going to stop here. It's getting a little late, and I don't want to work on this when I'm tired. So that's done for tonight. What we're going to do tomorrow, or at least sometime this weekend, is mount this panel to the front of the radio, and we'll start that process. But for now, we're back on our way with our Hammarlund. So this will be the project that I work on until I finish, and then we'll go back to the RCA 35X. Okay, that's it for this one. Going to keep it relatively short. Anyway, if you have one of these you want to get refinished, Radio Days is the place. But beware, it takes a long time to get it back. Okay, this is Ron. See you in the next video. One last thing, I didn't give you the values of those caps. I have a .001 and a .005. Okay? See you soon. Bye.